Hey, what's up everybody? Mr. B here with Montezuma Martial Arts Academy out of Dolores, Colorado. So today we're going to be talking about hand strikes, specifically the 4 hand strikes that you will need to promote from white belt to yellow belt in our studio. So our first hand strike is the heel palm, then we move on to snap punch, back knuckle, and then finally the hammer fist. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. We like to perform all of our basic hand strikes from our guard stance. So starting with our heel palm, what you're basically going to do is you're just going to push your hand out straight. You're going to open that hand up, and then you're going to go ahead and flex that wrist. What you're trying to hit with is the portion of your palm from the base of your pinky all the way down to the base of your thumb. And you're just trying to make a nice little L shape right here. Some people will say that it's the entire portion of the hand, but that's a debatable subject, as this portion right here in the middle of your palm is kind of like the instep on your foot. It kind of caves in a little bit. And so it's really hard to hit with an entirely flat portion of the hand. The reason why I like this L is because that when you tighten up your hand muscles, you can see how my hand starts to get really white here. So I'm actually starving that portion of those muscles from blood from actually having a nice tight palm. And from here, I'm just gonna push, boom, here, boom, just nice and easy. Now, we generally like to do 10 to 15 on each side. And what the thing is that you wanna focus on is trying to avoid this elbow pop right here before you throw. So you're not trying to push away like a push-up. You want the motion to come off of your shoulder here. The other thing that you want to do in order to generate some torque is I almost like to throw my heel palm like a spear hand, and then at the last possible second, I'll whip it into place just like so. So from here, a couple of more. 1, 2, and 3. And that is our heel palm. Now, our next strike is going to be the snap punch. The snap punch is easy enough. It's our most basic punch, and the reason why we start teaching this to the white belt is to start getting used to the shoulder being the driver for your punching motion. So a lot of people make the same mistake that they make with the heel palm, is to pop that elbow out. And it's because when we try to make our punch horizontal, which you will see us do as we get a little bit better at our punch, is that little elbow rotation causes us to pop our elbow early, and that telegraphs. And it also makes the punch a little less efficient because now you're working 2 different lines of attack instead of just 1. So when we teach our snap punch, vertical knuckles, straight up and down, and you're working on pushing with that shoulder joint. The elbow just extends as a natural means of reaching the target. So again, we like to do 10 to 15 on each side, right and left. Now, our next hand strike is the back knuckle. Now, there's a billion different ways to throw the back knuckle. You'll see people snap it out. You'll see more traditional forms of the back knuckle where it rolls and you're really trying to hit with these 2 knuckles right here. We like to throw a little bit more of a modern back knuckle, and we like to hit with the whole back portion of our hand right here. Pop, just nice and fast. What you're thinking here is you're just gonna pop that elbow just a little bit, boom. This technique actually gets most of its power from that elbow tossing it out. It's kind of like a roundhouse in the same sense that we fold the elbow versus thrusting the shoulder, okay? So when you pop that back knuckle, boom, you're just trying to pop, and you're aiming for anywhere on the side of the head. A lot of people like the temple. I'm a big fan of actually back knuckling the ear, okay? But it also works to the jaw. Back knuckles can work to the body as well. Like, they're very effective strikes when thrown properly. But from here, just pop, 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 pop. Then finally we have our hammer fist. Now, the hammer fist is another hand strike that has a few different variations. We just show our white belts, okay, the downward hammer fist, okay? So from here, what we're gonna do is you'll notice that I start with an open hand, and as I bring my hand down, that's when I'll start to close. What I'm working on here is the idea of being relaxed until the point of contact, all right? And so we have our students open and close their hands as they strike as an introduction to that idea, because it really takes a long time to master being relaxed until the point of contact and then relaxed again afterwards. But I also like it because as they close their hand, the drill forces them to tighten up a little bit here, and it makes for a much stronger strike. So as I drop, boom, here. Now, of course, your hammer fist can be thrown inside, can be thrown outside, it can be thrown at an angle. Your hammer fist really has a ton of different applications, but for our white and yellow belts, we are just looking for up and drop, up and drop. That is all we're looking for. All right, guys, so those are our 4 basic hand strikes: the heel palm, the back knuckle, the snap punch, and the hammer fist. You will need to be able to demonstrate those effectively in order to get your yellow belt under our system. Anyway, if you guys have any questions about what we're doing here, please like and subscribe. Leave any sort of questions in the comments. I try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. And until next time, train hard, fight fast, score first. Outside.